Hi, Christo here, and this is another episode of At, where we're going to review this week something called Flipboard. It's an iPad application, and it's quite unique in what it offers. So I'm just going to open it up here so long and walk you through what it does. It takes all of your social network stuff, well, basically the two big social networks that everybody should be part of at the moment, Twitter and Facebook, and it presents them in a magazine format. So when you first start the application up, it gives you an interface to select your accounts that you want to have on the app, and then to add different other feeds of news that you would like to present in the magazine format. So I've gone ahead and added my Facebook and Twitter account here, and then there are a bunch of other ones. So I've got Wired Magazine's Twitter feed on here, and then Engadget as well, and a couple of the ones that come standard with Flipboard. So there's got Flip Tech, Flip Photos, Flip Gaming, and a couple of others. You can add quite a few. There are many content pages, as it were. There's a cover page, and we'll start by showing off that. It's random art that come from the feeds that you have installed or set up on the application. So the cover art is dynamic, and it changes according to what's on the feeds. So you can have a photo of a seal or the latest gadget, everything that is in your social feeds. And then you flip through from the cover onto the contents pages. So here you'll see I've got Facebook, Twitter, Wired, and all the stuff I've set up. I'll just go through to my Twitter account. Now it's got a lovely animation where it flips through the pages, skips to the Twitter section, and it tells you your recent contributors, so the recent posters for the people you follow on Twitter. So there's some stuff here on the front page. I've already got some news from Engadget. So how Flipboard is different from actually using a Twitter client is when you see your messages on Twitter, it's usually a 140 character long post with a link or something like that. I'm just using something like this Engadget post as an example. So Engadget said their original tweet was Digital Storm's liquid chilled gaming PC includes 4.6 gigahertz Core i7 and equally chilling price, and then a link to this headline. So they've posted the headline and then a link. However, Flipboard has already gone ahead and fetched the contents of that link. It's fetched the copy and a picture of the computer that we're talking about, and it shows it here in a magazine format alongside tweets and updates from other people. The cool thing is then you can tap on that Engadget article as it's been displayed by Flipboard, and you can read the first bit of the text. And while you're reading the first bit of the text, in the background it's already fetched the rest of the article on the actual web page. So there's a read on web button. So you've read the intro of the article. It seems quite interesting. Now you want to read the rest. Just click on read on web, and it loads up the Engadget website with that entire page and all the copy instantaneously. Because you've taken the 4 or 5 seconds to read the intro copy, it's loaded in the background, and it makes for a seamless reading experience. On the side, if we go back to where we've got the article preview here, it also shows other people that have retweeted it and shared that link on Twitter. As you go through, there are a couple other things. It sometimes doesn't, if there's not any text to go with an article, or if it's just a picture somebody's posted a link to, Flipboard actually just shows that picture on the page, and it'll say who it's been shared by. So whether it's a picture of a cat or a car or something like that, it shows up, but in a very intuitive magazine format. It's extremely useful if you consume a lot of information on Twitter. Often reading stuff on Twitter is just following a lot of links, and this presents that content in a much more manageable format where you don't have to follow through links. It's already presented there, the content has been fetched, and it's easier to read. As with the pictures and the articles, it also does the same with certain videos. So if somebody posts a link to a YouTube video and it's a direct link, Flipboard will interpret that, and it'll give you a preview player right here. So I can just tap on that, and it starts loading the video, plays it in HTML5 format.
Hi, my name is Darla, and I'm a producer here at Pixar Animation Studios. You know, Pixar is made up of just a crazy combination of people.
Then if we go to stuff like the Facebook integration, again, it shows you stuff that people have recently posted on Facebook. So here you can read all your friend updates and wall posts as they would appear on Facebook, but in a magazine format. even better is that you can click on an article or a link that's been posted, and you can see comments that have been posted, and then you can still reply from that. So it acts as a different kind of Facebook application or Facebook integration. If there is a limitation I can mention, it's about the only thing that is wrong maybe with Flipboard. There is no support for RSS feeds. Currently it only syndicates news and presents it from stuff that's been posted on Twitter. So the Flipboard feeds are all their recommended people on Twitter or sites that post on Twitter, and you're limited to using those. So you can search for other people on Twitter and have their feeds displayed. So it's handy for people who post constant news and stuff like that, but not for your cousin who's posting about what he had for lunch and how his cat is doing. For content related stuff, it's great. However, if there were an option to add RSS feeds, it would have been a lot easier to add some of the content, specifically because those sites might not be on Twitter or post their content on Twitter. Flipboard is a free application. It's available on the iTunes App Store for South Africa and for the US if you've got an account in either region, and I rate it 8 out of 10.